Hello, I'm ISBA President Paula Holderman. At the beginning of my term, I formed a new lawyer task force to determine what could be done to increase the number of young lawyers in our organization. My guests today are the co-chairs of that task force, Marron Mahoney and Brian Monico. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thanks. Now, Brian, your initial report, your initial findings that the two of you did in October showed that in fact the ISBA did have some great programs and benefits for younger lawyers, but that we weren't communicating it well. And then you guys decided what we needed was a microsite that would appeal to young lawyers. So tell me about the microsite.
Absolutely. So we've created the microsite. We have the site down, and the purpose of the site is to better communicate all of the ideas, all the programs, and all of the things that young lawyers and new lawyers need to and want in their practice, things that they can take advantage of. Things that on the regular site were a little bit harder to find, were a little bit farther down within the site. And so our new site is going to highlight those things that new lawyers are going to need and want to use in their practice going forward.
So can you give me an example of what one of those might be?
Sure, absolutely. So one of the things that we found new lawyers wanted was an idea and way to communicate and have access to older lawyers, and I keep calling them older lawyers,
more senior
more
lawyers,
veteran lawyers, and their the programs in which we have to do that through CLE, through tips that they often have, through the different listservs were a little bit farther within the website. And now with the new lawyer practice site, it's going to be on the front page with your whatever practice group you're involved in. It's going to be scrolling up, and you're going to have direct access right on the front homepage of each of your website, of the young lawyer, new lawyer website.
And I know you've been very hands-on with this program. Tell me about you're actually going out there and doing the videoing and the editing. Tell me about that.
We have, in order to try to see, take advantage of the technologies that we have available to us. I recently brought a new video camera for the birth of a child, and so I said, well, I can handle this. So I went out and interviewed a very prestigious judge in the Northern District of Illinois, and I did all the production, the videotaping, the questioning, and editing, and it was fairly easy. And hopefully we're going to continue to do this, where once a month we'll go out and interview a new seasoned veteran lawyer or judge and just ask them the questions that we want to know as young lawyers, and questions we're going to have people submit questions through Twitter, through Facebook, and we'll tell them in advance who we're going to go interview, and hopefully we can get some really nice, good pieces that we can put on the website for fairly easily done.
That's great. And so the kinds of questions or the kinds of things that you were asking the judge, were those like practice tips? How to appear in court, where to go, that kind of thing?
Sure, both. And so
okay.
Our goal is to ask them as many questions as they have time to answer, and we can then upload them in the goal is to have 2 to 5 minute segments, and either practice tips, things that they like or don't like within a courtroom. So for instance, we had the judge, and the judge was able to answer things that, how to be prepared in a courtroom, things that he looks for in a good lawyer, what he looks for in a bad lawyer. And then for lawyers, we can ask lawyers different questions about war stories or problems they've had, or how to deal with difficult or opposing people on other side of cases.
And I take it you want this to be more of a quick hit, so a younger, newer lawyer could go on right away and get this information rather than a half an hour sort of lecture.
Absolutely. It's not intended to be CLE credit or anything of that nature. It's intended to be actual substantive information that we can provide to young lawyers that they're going to want to know about. Questions that they're actually going to have that we can put on in 2 to 5 minute segments that someone can come and watch these segments for, like we just said, 2 to 5 minutes, watch multiple segments if they have time. But no, it's not intended to be a CLE credit of 15 to 30 minutes venture, no.
So things to actually help them literally that they could use in that moment, go into a courtroom.
Absolutely, absolutely. Preparing to go into a courtroom, preparing with different types of cases, pitfalls of a real estate transaction, things that are actual, what they actually may need to learn and want to learn before they go do something in the law.
Great. And Marron, I know that you have already embarked on a couple of projects, one of which was kind of a reverse mentoring, where you worked with the Young Lawyers Division and the senior lawyers, and you actually had the younger lawyers teaching the senior lawyers. Tell me about that event.
Well, it gave the young lawyers an opportunity to really give back. As young lawyers, we feel like we're at the receiving end of the mentoring relationship quite a lot of the time, where more established, seasoned lawyers are helping us, and this is an opportunity to give back. And we're looking to continue this program in the future, bringing on more young lawyers to help with one-on-one computer training for the more senior lawyers.
So what actually did you do at this quote-unquote reverse mentoring?
It was very basic computer skills, just how to use your laptop, how to open a file, and these are the types of skills that young lawyers have, and we don't have to prepare for them, and it helps us give back immediately to these other lawyers.
Right. And what kind of feedback did you all get about this particular program, the one you did?
It was very positive. There's definitely a need for this. The young lawyers like the opportunity to give back, and the more seasoned lawyers really have a need to get more experience and understanding in this area. So moving forward, we want to have more lawyers involved so we can do one-on-one trainings with the seasoned lawyers.
Right, that's wonderful. Well, I want to thank my guests, Marron Mahoney and Brian Monico, for being here to discuss the work of the New Lawyer Task Force. And I already can say that our membership has increased by almost 500 lawyers this year. And many of those new members are also new lawyers. So congratulations to both of you. Thanks for all your hard work. I'm Paula Holderman. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.